always fresh, every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
Pencils down. General Motors and Chrysler hand in survival plans to the Obama administration today. Will a balance sheet makeover be enough to secure tens of billions in taxpayer cash? We'll have more. Also, a Swiss tuning shop preps a new radical concept. The Top Gear crew averts disaster in New Zealand, and yet another Lambo stalks the rumor mill. Hey everybody, I am Derek D. You are watching Fastlane Daily. Theme song, I love it.
Fastlane Daily with Derek D. Always fresh every day.
The money is huge. Nearly $20 billion in government loans. And the stakes couldn't be higher. Nothing less than the future of the U.S. auto industry. Will restructuring plans from General Motors and Chrysler convince a new administration to keep the government taps flowing? That's the question on the minds of auto executives today. That is, GM and Chrysler submit a complex and costly homework assignment to the U.S. Treasury. The plans are expected to detail how the two companies plan to cut expenses, generate income, and eventually repay billions in federal loans they're using to survive the worst industry downturn in decades. Negotiations were still in full swing late last night as the automakers hammered out revisions to factory rules and healthcare benefits with the United Auto Workers. Yesterday, Automotive News reported one of the casualties of GM's plan could be the company's Saturn brand, which retiring GM Vice Chairman Bob Lutz says may not survive over the long term. Ouch. And while they're sweating out the present tenseness in Detroit, a Swiss company is predicting the car of the future. Rinspeed released shots of a new concept car it's calling the iChange. That's an all-electric prototype the company says is the first car that can adapt to the number of passengers on board. Rinspeed calls it 1, 2, 3 seating. By pushing a button, the driver can increase cabin space in 2 stages. But it doesn't just make way for extra body count. The car also adjusts its systems, aerodynamics, and power output for specific weight demands. Power comes from a 150 kilowatt or 200 horsepower electric motor. The body's made from lightweight composite materials, adding up to a curb weight of 2,300 pounds. And forget a regular key fob, the iChange uses a special iPhone app. Like most of its radical concepts, Rinspeed has no plans to mass produce the iChange, but visitors to the Geneva Motor Show next month will get a first look. And Fiat this week showed off an open-top version of its new 500 mini car. Like the classic Cinquecento of the 1950s, the 500C gets a fabric top that rolls backward to reveal the equivalent of an Italian tanning salon on wheels, minus the sultry language and Armani eye cups. Anyway, the 500C also gets a new fuel-saving stop-start system Fiat developed with Bosch. That's a similar system used in hybrids like the Toyota Prius. No word yet on price or release date, but a proposed Fiat-Chrysler deal could give U.S. buyers a shot at the 500 by 2012. And Top Gear stars Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond caught a lucky break last week. That after a helicopter they were in took a direct seagull hit and was forced to make an emergency landing. The BBC duo were 400 feet over Auckland Harbour in New Zealand when the bird flew into the rotor blade of the French-built Squirrel helicopter. Clarkson and Hammond are currently touring Middle-earth with a live Top Gear stage show. Next up, a Lamborghini. Coming up. Ready for this.
Subscribing costs nothing. Daily, not monthly. And our cars actually move. Fastlane Daily is fast and fresh and here to stay.
With word of a new, faster Lamborghini Murcielago in the pipeline, you'd think the rumor mill would have had enough already. But this week comes news of the upcoming Lamborghini Murcielago LP650-4 Roadster. Lambo's new, more powerful 12-pot is still a closely guarded secret, but insiders say it'll get a 650 horsepower V12 like that found in the $1 million Rebenton. Word is the revitalized all-wheel drive drop top will get from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, but will top out just shy of the 200 mark. Leaked images reveal the 650-4 Roadster in flat gray with orange accents, particularly notable on the car's aero skirting. All that reportedly cost just shy of 400 grand, with only 50 expected to be produced. With the Lamborghini Murcielago SV expected to own the Geneva show, we won't likely see the LP650 Roadster till later in the year, possibly at the Frankfurt show this fall. Well, that about does it for Fastlane Daily on Tuesday. I'm Derek D, everybody, and you have a lovely day. Make sure you eat your Cheerios and have a happy holiday season. I don't know what I'm saying.
This week on WePCTV.
With all these amazing computers coming down the pipeline,
What should we do with our current computers when they become obsolete?
WePC TV is brought to you by ASUS and Intel. You dream it, ASUS builds it, Intel inside.